Hello everyone, welcome back to another video on the channel. Today we're doing something a bit different, as you can tell by the title. We're doing a game review and looking at what went wrong with Titanfall 2 by Respawn Entertainment. This video did take a really long time to make, so a like would be appreciated. So without any further ado, let's get on with the review. It would be wrong to mention Titanfall 2 without talking about its amazing campaign. Unlike its predecessor, Titanfall 2's campaign is a complete single player experience. If you are unaware, original Titanfall's campaign was an online experience that is impossible to play because no one's queuing into the game. However, Respawn was acutely aware of their mistake and they made Titanfall 2's campaign a complete single player experience. Okay, right, that was enough waffling about the previous game in the franchise. We are here to talk about 2. The story of the campaign is kind of mundane and predictable, but I can't stress enough how well this works. You follow Rifleman Jack Cooper and see him progress into a pilot of Titan BT-7274, or just BT. Throughout your journey together you grow friendships, and it doesn't feel forced through dialogue, it's through the gameplay itself. There's some absolutely amazing level design within the game. No two levels play the same, and it does lead to some very amazing moments. For example, there's a level where you literally have to time travel just to perform a jump. I won't spoil the story too much, I thought it would just be wrong not to mention that mission. Right, that does sum up the campaign more or less, so let's just move on to the multiplayer. So the campaign is great and all, but the main attraction of the game, of course, is the multiplayer. Multiplayer experience is better than the campaign in my opinion, but there is a lot of stuff to talk about concerning this multiplayer, so I am going to break it up into separate segments. Let's get on to that now. So first on the multiplayer, let's talk about the modes. There are 12 game modes in total, those being Attrition, Bounty Hunt, Pilots vs Pilots, Capture the Flag, Live Fire, Skirmish, Coliseum, Last Titan Standing, Titan Brawl, Frontier Defense, Private Match, and Free-For-All. I'm not sure if Free-For-All is still in the game, I just looked up a matchmaking list. I don't think Free-For-All's there, so it's maybe just 11. But the best game modes to play, or at least ones I search for in my matchmaking playlist, are Attrition, Pilots vs Pilots, and Bounty Hunt. Attrition is a 6v6 team deathmatch. It's first to 650 kills. Titans are in the game. There are various NPCs, such as Grunts, Reapers, and Spectres. So Pilots vs Pilots is an 8v8 deathmatch. There are no Titans, no NPCs. It's just straight up first to 100 kills. Bounty Hunt is a wave-based 6v6 in which you collect money from killing NPCs. Also, by killing enemy players, you collect half of their bounty, or their money. First team to reach 5,000 money, I'm not really sure what money it is, wins. Simple. Let's move on to the pilots. So those were the game modes. Let's talk about the actual pilots themselves. So the pilots are by far the most fun to play as. There are some amazing traversing mechanics such as wall running, double jumping. There's some pilot classes such as grapple, phase shift, cloak, AWOL, hollow pilot, sonar scanner, and stim. There's an immense array of loadout choices ranging from assault rifles to SMGs to sniper rifles to grenade launchers. Every pilot carries 3 weapons, there being a primary, an anti-titan, and a pistol of their choice. So the anti-titans do heavy damage to titans, do a lot of damage to players, but they're mainly used for titans. Pistols, just a pistol. Let's move on to the next segment. Unsurprisingly, the staple of a game called Titanfall is the Titans. Titans are huge mechs that have huge health bar and strong weapons. There are Titan classes: Ion, Northstar, Scorch, Ronin, Tone, Legion, and Monarch. Tone is absolute scum of the earth. For a game where Titans and pilots can fight, it is impressive that you do feel like strong as a Titan, but not like invulnerable. And as a pilot, you feel weaker, but not powerless. It does make for some interesting plays. For example, as a pilot, you can grapple onto an enemy Titan's back and pull out that battery and insert it into your teammate's battery, which is pretty satisfying. But the Titan will get annoyed and try to kill you. That is the pilots. So that is enough for the multiplayer. I'm going to move on to what went wrong with the game. As I have been singing this game's praise, you might be wondering, why was this game not successful? What happened? Well, let me tell you. This game was killed in part by its own developers, EA. Even before the game released, it was cursed. Let me explain. Titanfall 2 was released on October 28th, 2016. That is not a problem, so far. But you see, EA owns Respawn Entertainment, the company who makes Titanfall. It also owns DICE, the company who makes Battlefield and Star Wars Battlefront. EA made the call to release Battlefield 1 October 21st, 2016. Do you see the issue now? But wait, there is more. Titanfall's main competitor, Call of Duty Infinite Warfare, was released November 4th, 2016. Titanfall 2 release was suffocated by two much bigger names. People aren't willing to spend over £100 on three big games, so what they do is they pick the bigger title, the ones that they know are safe bets. See now why I blame EA in part for Titanfall 2's failure. If they just waited until December or January to release Titanfall, this whole thing could have been avoided. So now for the final verdict. I do realise that the last segment was just me complaining about EA, and this is a review, so let me actually get on with reviewing the game. So far I have talked great things about this game. What I haven't mentioned is the fact that finding a game is no easy task. You might gathered, but like, this game is kind of dead. It is 4 years old, but it also was not very popular at launch. It does take upward from 5 minutes to find a game. Sometimes it is only a few seconds, so I mean, who knows. However, the only way to change like the long times is by getting new players. I highly recommend picking the game up. I only actually paid £3.74 for like the Ultimate Edition, so if you do see it on sale, or if you see a similar opportunity to the one I got, I would highly recommend getting it and keep the community alive. So I've finally finished this video. Right, it took a really long time to make, so as I mentioned at the start, it would be a like is appreciated. But the reason it took so long is because my first like fully scripted video. Who knew scripting took so freaking long? Right, cheers, I'm out. Peace.